And with the overturning of Roe v. Wade and living in Texas, I now have the experience of living in both situations. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about an incredibly complicated topic, but it's something that I feel like I need to talk about, especially with the 2024 elections just around the corner, and that is the topic of abortion. I want to share my perspective on this as a US citizen and as a Chinese American adoptee, because adoption is often mentioned as an alternative to getting an abortion. But pregnancy and giving birth, while miraculous, are not easy things to go through and come with significant physical, emotional, and financial challenges. Not to mention the fact that for many women, pregnancy can be very dangerous and even life-threatening. So the idea that women should be forced to go through this without their consent is deeply troubling to me. And I think my own story as a Chinese American adoptee adds another layer to this conversation. I was born in China during the one-child policy, which forced many families to make heart-wrenching decisions. Many baby girls were given up for adoption, abandoned, or worse. My birth parents lived in a reality that having more than one child could lead to severe penalties. And with China's preference for boys, mostly girls were affected by this policy. In a way, this policy is kind of the polar opposite of the abortion bans in the USA today. The one-child policy just limits births rather than enforcing them. These abortion bans restrict women's choices and strip them of their autonomy over their own bodies. During the one-child policy, on the other hand, women were forced to get abortions and sterilizations or pay money that they did not have to have another child. Both of these are about power, control, and the denial of personal agency. Imagine being a woman living in a society where your reproductive rights are dictated by the government. Whether it's being forced to have a child or being forced to limit your family, the result is the same. Your body and your choices are not your own. And with the overturning of Roe v. Wade and living in Texas, I now have the experience of living in both situations. I've sometimes wondered about my birth parents and their struggles and the impossible choices that they had to make. And I know that for them, their options were severely limited. I'm incredibly grateful to my adoptive parents for giving me a wonderful, loving home, but I also recognize that my life story is a product of the restrictive one-child policy that stripped my birth parents of their choices. This is why I advocate for reproductive rights in both of these situations. Every woman should have the freedom to decide what is best for their bodies and their future. It's not just about the act of abortion itself, but about the fundamental right to make decisions about our own lives. So as we continue these debates, let's listen to the stories of those affected and fight for a world where every woman has the right to choose, whether they choose to have a child or not to have one, and honor the complexities of this issue with compassion and respect for personal agency. If you have any thoughts on this topic, please share it down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye!